welcome to TeamNO presents Psychosemantics. I am Lasting Fate, and here's my partner.
With that. Yeah, I thought you were gonna give me.
No, you're supposed to say your name, you dumbass. You fucker.
Introduce me. My name is Tubesock Enraged.
Yes.
He forgot.
I did not forget. He is supposed to announce himself, or
No.
introduce himself. But what the fuck ever.
Him.
So anyway, I'm not Martian Booed, you fuck. Anyways, we just watched Psychopaths, a really great anime.
Definite 7. Very good.
Yeah, easily a 7. Which we are harsh whenever we do our grading. We will probably go into the characters, the plot, the setting, music. Anything you want to add?
Nothing that I can think of offhand.
Okay, we'll probably get to that when it gets to that. Anyway, let's start with the characters. We have the female protagonist. She is a rookie cop. It's a Japanese name. We just looked it up, but fuck it.
Yeah, totally forgot, but she's awesome.
She is. She's learning how to deal with people called enforcers, which is one of the male protagonists. The enforcers are the people who have an above average psychopath. Everybody has a psychopath in this world, and that is how they are governed. That is how their jobs are selected. That is how they are chosen to die. That's how they are hunted down.
The interesting thing about the psychopaths is it's completely based on your brain chemistry. It projects this out. So it can be read by anything, telling you what your psychopath is, what you're capable of. It doesn't necessarily say you're going to do this, but it says you're capable of doing this, which automatically makes you a bad person.
It has like a Minority feel to it, a Minority Report feel to it. Even if you're a victim of a said crime, your psychopaths will go up, and they have the option to annihilate you.
Usually,
if they so choose.
Over a certain point, they usually use a stun setting, which I think it was a very good thing on the movie. Don't just kill someone.
Yes.
But
you have the ability, you have the option or the chance of being rehabilitated.
during this show, a specific scene, this woman was in the process of she was being raped. Now they were in a rush to save her because once her psychopaths went over a certain level, the weapon that they had, which was directly connected to the enforcers and the actual, I guess, police officers, more or less.
It's essentially what they were. They were investigators, is what they were
Investigators,
called.
yes.
Yeah.
So once that gun declared them as a danger, they were required to fire. They could no longer do a stun setting. They had to shoot them.
Yeah. And whenever they shot them, it was not just like a regular bullet that we have. No, it's you shoot me in the arm, your entire arm is going to explode. Shoot them in the chest, their torso's gone.
It seemed like when they shot them, which it was a pretty neat effect. It was almost a light or a wave, and when it hit them, it was like a bullet, and it expanded, and that part of the body just exploded, just gone.
Very, very graphic. This show is very graphic, so not made for little kids. It's definitely something you can watch as an adult. I recommend at night because
it's a nice
it's
movie.
It's a dark feel to it.
Nice one to cuddle up with a girlfriend with.
A man.
Or your man friend.
Hetero life is what we call
Hetero
each
life
other.
mate. Anyway, the show itself, it had a whole lot of positives to it. So many. I personally love psychology. That is something that I love. This movie had so much of it. I have never, ever seen something that built on so much about the brain, psychology, judgment, and things like that. Just completely on someone's brain chemistry. It was outstanding how they did it.
They definitely went into detail on how things are done with the program that they are using. Instead of just saying, it's here, they actually tell you, it's based off of this wave here. And then they also, do we want to do spoilers? We should discuss this previously, but Spoiler alert. Minimal spoilers?
Minimal spoiler. Because I have to talk about the end, what we found out. I have to. I cannot leave that out.
Okay. Yeah. So there'll be a few spoilers, nothing major. What you need to know...
One major one.
Yeah, one... Okay.
Don't watch the end of this, because I'm going to wait till the end to say it.
Okay.
Wow.
Is it how it's actually ran?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, crap. That took away what I was going to say.
But we... Just say it.
Anyways, the artwork. Let's look at the artwork. It's a very dark anime, and at the very beginning, the opening sequence where you see the credits, it's actually very bright, very vivid colors,
and
very
the
fast
music.
paced.
The first entrance music was outstanding. I loved it. I mean, I sat there and honestly, I watched the introduction every time I watched the first few episodes. I mean, I never do
Introduction
that.
is worth watching like at least once, if not multiple times, because it has a quality to it that has like it was kind of like a techno-y, upbeat
the music
music.
was techno-y, upbeat. The artwork in the beginning, it had a lot of like cells going through, body forms.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to explain, to be honest, but definitely watch it. If nothing else, I know you can YouTube just the introduction. Just watch the introduction.
Easily.
You'll want to watch it after you see that.
The interesting thing about the artwork is when the city has more than meets the eye. They want people to see only what the government only sees people what they want you to see. So whenever they do the artwork, they have the really bright, pretty colors until they get to the underworld part of the city, the underbelly, where the coloring becomes darker.
Good comparison. The old Batman's.
The old Batman's.
It gets that dark. I mean, it is extremely dark once the show actually starts.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very light, bright, very pretty. Like what you see on TV, your stereotypical Tokyo. And then they actually start the investigation and stuff, going through alleyways, and it is extremely dark. I mean, this show is probably be up there on the darker of the animes that I've seen.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Let's look at the plot. You want to look at the plot?
It's deep.
It is deep. As we said, this world has those set basic rules that your psychopath has to stay within. I think it's like up to 0 to 80. Anything above 80, you are classified as dangerous.
Which would be a stun. Once you hit about 140?
140.
Once you hit 140, you are declared a hazard.
A hazard, criminal.
And yourself.
Yeah.
Which,
so they will shoot to kill. You have the female protagonist who is a rookie investigator who is being shown the ropes by her partner, another Japanese name. I'm sorry, this show's gonna be nameless, unfortunately.
I may edit this and put names in there. Just saying.
Because we are dumb. Well.
Mister, I just looked up the name
I
and
did.
can't remember them.
I have the memory of a goldfish. Fuck you.
I didn't listen. I don't even know what he said, so.
Because, anyways.
Down path, damn it.
It's hard with two ADHD assholes.
What can I say?
So she is being, anyways, we have that off track. The main character is being shown the ropes. All you see is this truck pull up, and it's heavily armored, and a lot of steam's coming out of it, and the door opens, and 4 people. 3 males, 1 female. One's an older male. They all have... It took me. 1 female, 3 males. One's an older guy, the other 2 are younger. They look like average people, like your everyday Joe. And you're like, why are they in an armored vehicle? Maybe they're just SWAT. And
You would be wrong.
you would be wrong, yes. They are there with people with registered psychopasses above 140. But yeah, but they were captured and sent to prison for the hopes of being rehabilitated. Instead, they were given the option of, well, you can be given your freedom if you become an enforcer.
Honestly, I mean, taking this into real life, that's actually done. What better way to catch a hacker than use another hacker that you have caught?
Catch a serial killer with a serial killer. We can look at the Hannibal Lecters with that.
Exactly. So, I mean, honestly, it's a system that we do currently use. So it is actually believable that this would be something that would be done.
Yeah, this is with a lot more dangerous constraints. The only thing is that they cannot leave the police station unattended. If they do, they are shot and killed. So the first step, we'll just look at the first episode. You had mentioned a girl was being raped. They were sent out to find said girl and the guy who is doing it. They have a general, basically there's scans all around the city, and they give a general vicinity of where this person is at. So they send out the enforcers to look for this person because they had the perfect mindset. And they, I don't know.
I'm enjoying the show. I'm just, fuck you. Well,
it's hard not to do spoilers.
We're going to have to do some spoilers. Something that's more psychological is very hard not to give away the movie because it's not going to be understood. It's not going to be understood otherwise. We can skip spoilers in another show. It'll all even out.
It. YOLO. That's being edited out.
Do not say that. Blooper tape.
So we have they're hunting this guy down, and the girl she's partnered with, was it the old guy or was it the?
It's the old guy and the young guy.
Yes,
it was both of them.
Yes, it is the male.
At first.
It is the main male protagonist of the Enforcers, the older guy, and her, and then the other two enforcers are with her partner. They split up and they start looking for him. Classical police tactic, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
Needs to say they do find him, and he's trying to go at her, and he's starting to, I guess he pulls out a knife or something, and he's about to start cutting her.
I believe so. Threatening tactics.
Yeah. So they try to do like a warning shot. He's still, I believe he's still stunnable at that point. It was slowly, but it was working up to being shot.
Now, at the same time, I want to go ahead and say she was too. She was currently at the state where she could be stunned as well.
Yes.
While this crime was being
because she is a victim, and whenever you're a victim, you have a higher. You will cause harm to yourself.
Crime.
Yes.
Exactly.
Let's just say a big chase happens. He still has her hostage, and then they essentially shoot him, and he blows up. It's very graphic. They show a lot of graphic scenes.
Slow motion bullet shots, and then it speeds up. It shows the explosion. Everything. It's very good. Something that I want to add to that is the girls' team. The team with the girl, the old man, and the younger guy. They're the ones that actually found him.
Oh yeah.
And the thing that I want everyone to understand about this show is the investigators. They have the right to shoot the enforcers at any moment because their psychopaths will not go down. I'm assuming they probably couldn't be rehabilitated. So at this moment,
well, they didn't want them out of hand. So,
exactly.
Yes, if they try to attack the investigator, if they try to run, if they were using above necessary force, especially on civilian casualties, the investigator had every right to shoot the enforcer. Well, after they had dispatched the bad guy, there's still the victim who's all and they're scanning her and they're showing that she needs to be put down. Well, the rookie cop, she's all like, no, she's just a victim, we can't do it. And the enforcer, he's about to shoot the victim. Next thing we know, we see this, and then
electrocuted him.
She's stunned him, tased him, however you want to put it, and he is down for the count.
But yeah, that's something that I want everyone to understand is the investigators have every right to do that. Because the psycho passes up that gun, if it gets pointed at them, it authorizes use. I mean, that's it.
Absolutely.
The guns cannot be used unless you are authorized to use it. So if a psychopath is at 70 and you point at someone, it won't work. It will
Mhm.
not let you fire. It hits that 80 mark, bam,
Yep.
tase, or whatever you want to call it.
Let's jump ahead a little bit. So that was the first episode. Excellent first episode. It grabs you. You gotta know more. They go up against other criminals. One more disturbed than the next. They came across a guy who was hunting people as a sport. They fought a girl who was
Taking people, making them basically mannequins, making them into
mannequins.
art.
Yeah, yes, because they were art.
Yeah.
You want to make them look
so
beautiful.
It's a very twisted show.
Very.
Honestly.
And then finally, they come to the main arch enemy, the villain, who.
Which took a little longer than I expected. I figured he would show up, but they actually tied a lot of these other things into him, which was really good, because something I was worried about is, oh, it's just going to be like CSI or NCIS.
That's what I was worried about.
New enemy, new enemy, new enemy. I was like, I really don't care anymore. Yeah. But they had a main person. They tied all these things together. This is why this stuff. Of course, you had a few people that didn't, but most of them did.
Yeah. So the bad guy, he is crazy. He is nuts. But the kicker is his psychopath does not go off.
His psychopath stays at a 10.
Even at one point it was at a 0. He never went above 40. I mean, because I think a lot of it had to do with that he thought he was justified in what he was doing. Yeah, that's a small part to it. But even then, this program that they are using, it's very, very advanced, and especially what its power source is.
Wait on that one.
I am.
Good example is anytime that you do something that causes anxiety or anything like that, excitement, it is going to affect your psychopaths. Even if, let's say, or my impression of it, let's say that you're with someone that you really like, things get a little heated, I would assume that your psychopaths would increase because anxiety and
work
things
stress.
Like that.
They at their work they actually have programs for them to help bring down their stress level.
Honestly, later, one of the people that are an enforcer, this is something that I forgot to touch on earlier, he was an investigator. His psychopath got too high, he got knocked out.
That was the older, that was the oldest enforcer there.
His son is actually the main investigator that taught this girl.
Yeah.
So, that is another important fact we should have put in the beginning. But, it's our first show, so.
Fuck you all. Fuck the police. We do what we want.
Hey, I don't want this to be mature audiences only.
It is mature audience only. That's what TeamNO is. I like to cuss. I cannot help it.
Anyway, this fucktard over here.
You just cussed. And
Anyway.
you're like, ah.
Now, my goddamn train of thought. Oh, no, I remember. Okay. ADHD. Sorry, people. Okay, so, he even had a girl. He had her wrapped, and he had a knife to her, and was talking to the investigator, the girl investigator that we focus so much on. She has the gun pointed at him. She's trying to shoot him. She wants to shoot him. But while she's looking at his psychopath is going down while he is doing this. And he kills this woman in front of her without his psychopath even increasing at all. It went down.
The gun, like we said, that gun has to be registered for above an 80. And if it did not, it would not fire at all. Since he could not be shot, they could not detain him very well. All they could do was give chase.
And of course, if you chase, you have nothing that he's scared of, no reason for him to stop what he's doing. He, of course, got away.
Yeah. So after a while, the main antagonist, he decides that he's going to start focusing on one of the enforcers. That becomes his. That becomes his main focus. He wants the thrill of the chase. He wants to be caught if possible. So he sets up this challenge against him to, hey, come after me, however you want.
Oh, he's
You get
leaving
me.
all kinds of signs and things for them to follow. Basically, breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
All over.
Investigators, they don't have that right state of mind. The enforcers do. So meanwhile, the main enforcer, he decides that he's going to run away and go after this guy. It becomes an obsession to him. So he runs off. He gets away. They don't even know until it's too late. And he starts figuring all these things out at least 5 hours ahead of the investigators. Investigators are good, but they're not as good as he is.
Let me add one more thing. You do learn, spoiler alert, you do learn something before that this person is possibly, I say possibly, because you don't know for sure, a member of a crime that was committed before in his past, in this enforcer's past. So that is very important to know why he ran away to catch this person. There is a history between these two people, or he believes there is.
It was a small pass. Are you talking about the antagonist and the protagonist, the enforcer?
Yeah, the reason the enforcer left, there was a crime or something committed that he said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's right.
This looks like this guy. This is this guy. So.
Yeah. So meanwhile, all that's taking place. There is the police chief. The police chief is awesome. She is a badass. But more than that, she is not human. So this is the biggest spoiler alert of them all. So if you do not want to listen or hear any of this, skip ahead about 5 minutes. You'd say. We're shooting for 30.
We're probably going to catch on this, and that'll probably be the end of the show. To be honest.
Okay. That works.
Honestly, this is really big.
This is what sold it. Okay. Do you want to do the review?
I will do a little bit.
I believe you can explain it better.
All right. So, keep in mind that the Psychopaths is again completely based on brain chemistry and things of that nature. So, somehow something's got to be able to sense, be able to see, be able to understand the mind. Now, do we have anyone that really understands the mind? Not really. So, the police chief, as he mentioned, she is not entirely human. I'll say entirely human because I don't think she's completely unhuman either. The reason I say that is because she is interlocked to, I would say, what, about 1,000?
No, it was 134.
134 brains. Yeah, I kid you not, brains. They are completely being controlled by a machine.
Yeah.
The
Not
machine-
just any brains, mind you. These are brains from past criminals, from radicals, from people who should not be in power.
And these are people that were caught. They were able to control their psychopaths. They were able to draw. Every single one of these were selected for this program because their psychopaths never went up. They had complete control over it. And they actually tried to get the person that they were chasing, the main antagonist, they tried to get him to be a part of this.
Join us. We'll give you cookies.
One of the
That's actually what they kind of was saying to him. If you join us, you will still get to have fun.
One major thing is one of the that I want to go ahead and say, one of the enforcers did find this, and he was murdered by the police chief
It was
because of
sad.
this. This is a big secret. No one wants to know that their system is completely ran by criminals. Each and every one of these criminals, I mean,
Yeah. Otherwise,
severe.
the city, the state, the country, it would be thrown into anarchy. They do not want the public to know about it, at
Which-
least not for a long time.
Actually is brought up later to the woman investigator.
Yep.
Because she finds this out. She eventually finds this
Well,
out.
it approached her, oddly enough. It's like, we did a calculation, because we're super brain, and we came to the conclusion that you are the only one that we can show because you will not completely judge. You will do what is right and what is only right. You know that we are right. We are needed.
And if we were gone, the world would be chaos, which is true, honestly. I mean,
well, I think it's only just Japan that has this technology. Nowhere else does. That's what I was kind of gathering, because they had essentially shut down their borders.
That's true. Yeah, they were completely isolated. That's an important thing too. But this system apparently had dropped crime. This system, I hate to say it, but it was probably as perfect as a system as there could be. I mean, honestly,
I have to agree.
Was.
It knocks the pants off of the current law enforcement that we have now. Straight up true.
Being able to control people before a crime actually happens.
They know where it's happening at. They can track them.
And of course, they had security cameras and different scanners that could scan your psychopaths as you were going through. Which, I mean, honest, the idea is just incredible. And what's really strange, I would be curious if they ever do find a way to actually be able to scan someone's mindset, be able to actually get a visual of their brain. We can already see emotions and stuff through like MRI scans and stuff. I mean, honestly, that's basically what I feel this would be.
Yeah.
It is a super advanced MRI scan.
But yeah, a lot of the technology they were showing in this anime, we have now.
It's just a souped up version, except for the bullets that make the body explode.
Upgrade 5.0.
But, I mean, we do have exploding bullets. So, I mean, it's close.
Incendiary rounds.
Yep.
All that fun stuff.
So, the show itself, we gave a good 7. Like me and my partner here in crime, we did say we are extremely judgmental on these shows.
Oh, yeah.
If it doesn't have every aspect of a good show, it won't even get a 5. So.
Yeah. I've clocked in a lot of anime hours. I don't know why I didn't do a video before. Probably because I didn't have this guy here.
You'll see some nice editing tricks later.
He also has done a lot of. He's seen a lot of anime, probably as much as I have. No, I'm just kidding. No one's come that close.
I wouldn't go that far. I'm very picky on my anime. Like, as far as
he's a connoisseur.
He has definitely seen more. Definitely. But I am picky to the point that if the first few episodes don't even interest me, I won't even give it a chance. There's no way.
We do have to admit to something. Our first video was going to be over Attack on Titan, but we just couldn't. We couldn't finish it. That's just straight up truth.
We probably are going to have a few drinks and then try again. That will probably be our next video.
Maybe. I don't know if I
don't know. I got some new stuff.
Ooh.
So we might.
Okay. If we can get snoggered enough.
Hellsing.
Ooh, Hellsing would be good. Hellsing
Speaking
with
of
Team 4-star.
We could do comparisons. Anyway, Psychopaths, definitely watch it. If you are a fan of anime, especially the dark art form,
yes,
you need to see it. These characters build
they seem real.
So much, very real. I mean, you could see
they have their own personalities. They have their own characteristic traits that when you just fall in love with them. Like, you don't want to, but you do. And you find out why they are the way they are. And you're just like, well, that makes sense. And you can't hate them for it. Well, you can, but
you really want to enjoy the show. I'll go ahead and add this to the ending. Another big spoiler. The lead investigator, the main investigator, actually during the show, he's actually been through talking about going to therapy and things like that because his psychopath is increasing because of the stress of the job. So it's very easy for your psychopaths to increase. I just wanted to let people know.
Oddly enough, the female protagonist, hers doesn't go down at all, and she goes through a lot.
There's several times that hers should be affected.
It should have been, but it didn't. I honestly think that she had what the antagonist had.
Honestly, I'm thinking that as well. I mean, I'm very curious if they do another season. I want to see another season.
They do. We will be all over that.
And we will probably do another video over it, comparisons
Absolutely.
between this one, and what they did in the next one.
Yeah.
The show, I can't stress enough. Watch it.
Yeah. Well, we have hit our mark.
2 times over.
There's just so much to talk about. We're not doing one episode. We're doing a whole season.
Yeah, and honestly, Psychopaths is probably going to be one that there needs to be a little talking about.
Okay.
Anything that's more plays with the psychology part is going to be a difficult show, and what interests me. So you'll get some interesting
Absolutely.
results from me on some of these animation shows that we watch.
Yeah. So, this is TeamNO, and I am Lasting Fate, and this is my partner, TubeSock08, Enraged Sock Tube.
TubeSock Enraged.
TubeSock Enraged. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button.
Apparently
We'll
the
have more
subscribe
videos.
button is
it's
over there.
here, over there, over there, over there, and over there. Anyways, thank you for watching.
Thank you so much. Thank you for watching
Deuces.
Psychosemantics.